Today we are going to talk about patience. Patience is often misunderstood. Many people think patience means staying silent in the face of pain, injustice, or hardship. But true patience is much deeper than silence. Patience is self control. It is the strength to restrain your inner self, your anger, your impulses, your desires, especially at moments when acting on them would be wrong. Patience means choosing discipline over reaction. It means stopping yourself from saying words that may destroy relationships, from taking actions that may bring lifelong regret, and from reacting emotionally when wisdom demands restraint. True patience is not weakness, it is power. Learn to be patient, and your life will become beautiful. Patience is one of the greatest strengths a human being can possess. When patience enters your life, sweetness enters your heart. Calm replaces chaos, and dignity replaces regret. Expressing anger may bring temporary relief, but it leaves behind permanent remorse, shame, and sorrow. On the other hand, swallowing anger, choosing restraint, and responding with patience turns an ordinary person into a great one. When patience becomes your habit, your prayers rise and reach the throne of God. Do you know that the diamond is made from carbon? How did it become a diamond? Through pressure. Pressure upon pressure, endless pressure until one day by God will it was transformed into something precious. If you want to become a diamond, if you want honor, love, and a higher position in life, then learn to control your anger. Learn to control your tongue. Live with patience. Have you ever thought about why God placed two lips over the tongue and 32 locks in the form of teeth? It is a lesson to keep it restrained. Learn to keep it closed. For the sake of the God, if you want happiness in your life, learn tolerance. And if you want to destroy your life, just open your tongue. Prophet Luqman once said to his son, I have never regretted staying silent. I have only regretted the words I spoke. In the Quran, patience is mentioned more than 100 times. God Himself says, Indeed, God is with those who are patient. Think about this. How can someone ever truly lose when God is with them? It is impossible. No one can defeat a person whose helper is God. When patience becomes your nature, life becomes easier. Love spreads instead of hatred. Relationships grow instead of breaking. Bonds strengthen instead of collapsing. A small amount of patience can save countless things from being destroyed. Understand patience through an example. When you lift a heavy weight for the first time, your muscles scream in pain. The second time, the pain is less. The third time, strength begins to build. Eventually, what once left impossible becomes manageable. That is patience. As you continue, your body becomes stronger and more attractive. But if you stop trying, beauty fades, health declines, and aging begins early. In the same way, when you place the discipline of patience upon yourself, your soul begins to grow, it expands, it blossoms, it becomes powerful from the inside. And one day, patience becomes such a force that anyone who sits in your presence feels it, and their life begins to change. Learn silence, learn patience. God didn't create this world as a place of rest. This world is not home, it is a test center. The Quran repeatedly reminds that God will test us, and tests are always complex. From the moment a human is born, different stages of trials begin. God placed darkness in this universe. Light must be brought forth. Darkness is the default state of this world. That is why you must search for the path. Don't fear the darkness. Keep the lamp of patience and faith burning, and you will reach your destination. 97% of this universe is darkness. Even the remaining 3% contained darkness until God placed light within it through the sun and the moon. In Surah Yasin, God gave a powerful example. When an animal's skin is removed, what was hidden inside is revealed. When a flower blooms, its inner beauty comes outward. In the same way, trials reveal what is inside a human being. Darkness represents hardship, pain, fear, loss, struggle, and sorrow. Light represents patience. The journey from darkness to light is traveled on the wings of patience, guided by faith and hope in your Lord. Remember, this happiness belongs to those who remain patient in the darkness of the night, meaning in hardship, and who never let go of hope. Allah says in the Quran, will surely test you with fear, hunger, poverty, loss of wealth, loss of life, and loss of fruits and crops. Sometimes you now work hard. You try again and again, yet results don't come. That moment is real test. Pause, listen. If one attempt fails, prepare for the next. Be patient with failure. Gather courage. Try again, fail again if needed, but don't quit. Keep trying until success arrives. Only the patient can keep trying. Trials don't come to break you, they come to polish you. Trials are not proof that God doesn't love you. In fact, God tests those He loves most. That's why the prophets face the greatest trials. Allah tests to see, will my servant endure? Will my servant remain patient? Patience is a massive success. If a person attains true patience, they have achieved something priceless. God looks at the quality of patience, not the quantity. Look at Prophet Abraham. By God's command, he left his infant sons and young wife in an inhabited desert. Later, he raised the knife to his beloved son's neck. Pure obedience. He passed every test because he mastered patience. That's why God preserved his name forever. That's why God made fire cool and peaceful for him. When patience becomes your identity, half of success is already guaranteed. But the moment patience breaks, everything ends. Patience means stopping yourself against ego, against criticism, against fear, against despair. Patience until God's help arrives. Patience in silence. Patience until fear fades. Patience until love survives. Patience until unseen help descends. You don't need to speak, the universe speaks for you. Sometimes patience means waiting years, even lifetimes, for truth to reveal your level. But where patience breaks, everything collapses. God tells us in the Quran, take care of just two things and you will have everything: patience and certainty. Patience is as essential to life as water. Remove water and life ends. Remove patience and beauty loses meaning. Do you know what reward patience earns? A reward so vast it cannot be measured, like the stars in the sky, visible yet uncountable. So remain patient, remain hopeful, remain disciplined, because in the end, patience never loses. Subscribe and join a community that believes in learning, healing, and living with purpose.